This is my Eddie Van Halen tribute guitar I started working on right after he passed. I'm just having time to work on it again. It's just a rattle can paint job with I just taped it off and just, there's no gloss finish on it or anything. But when I took the bridge off, then when I went to put it back on, I noticed there was no hole for a ground wire. Nothing. So what I'm going to do with this, nothing unique, but you can get these long bits from Harbor Freight, and I'm just going to start a hole right about, right there would be good. When you get going, you just bring it down at an angle. Try to. I think I got through there. And I'm using an 1/8 inch bit from Harbor Freight. It's only a few bucks. So let's see how it came out. You can see it down in there. It's right there. Success. I'm dropping the camera. And what I'm putting in is some 18 gauge wire. You slide it in, and I'll just leave enough there to touch the bridge. Yes. In this bridge, I'll probably sand off a spot there too, so it makes a good connection. Then put it back together. Might have to pound it down in there too. Just pound it down in a little so it isn't bumped up too much. And then I'll just put the bridge back on. Let's see. Maybe this will work, pounding it down a little bit. I just want to make a little groove. Yep, that works. You'll just want it to sit in that groove the best you can. Not bump it up too much. Just sanding off a little bit of paint to get extra good contact. But who knows, it might not, with all the paint There's only not that much paint on the rollers, so I'm gonna have to test it. After that's sitting in there, you just put the screws back in. I prefer to do this by hand. So you can strip them out pretty easy with a power drill. So I think I only paid like $40 for this guitar at a pawn shop because of the nut was broken and the electronics didn't work. But it had a nice neck. And the body's ash. Has a nice grain to it, but had this ugly green color. So I just made it like a Van Halen tribute guitar. And that's in there. Now I'm gonna check for continuity. See, when you touch them together, it beeps. So if I'm touching this, the bridge, touching the ground wire, it should beep. It should. See, it's only getting continuity to the paint. It's not getting to the strings. I touch the spring on it, it's getting continuity. These rollers don't like it. It's going to cause a problem. Some things I touch, I'm gonna have to put it together and test it out. I might have to on these string rollers, oh, I'm getting it right there. So if one of those has continuity, we're good to go. But that's it for right now until I get the rest of the saddles back in on the bridge and get it put all together. I've got a pickup I've got to pot in for the neck pickup. And then I'll have to file the frets a little bit or check the level of them. There's some dings on the fretboard, but it's still a nice neck.